What's poppin', guys? It's Qiyana. Welcome back to another video. Now, I've been gone a while and I owe you guys an explanation, and simply put, I've just been struggling with a lot of my own mental problems and personal life problems. As you've seen from the earlier video on my channel about me getting kicked out, that happened. And yeah, it's just been kind of hard to have motivation to record during schoolwork and with all these other avenues opening up. So I just kind of put off YouTube, and I'm sorry for that, but now we're back. I'm not going to sit here and make bullshit excuses. At the end of the day, I got lazy, and I apologize. However, I'm excited to announce I'm going to be back and better than ever with diverse content and frequent uploads. But before we get into that, I just want to talk about the fact that I've been streaming rather frequently throughout all this time on Twitch, and not a lot of you guys have known about that or come out to it. So I recommend following me on twitch.tv/QiyanaNA to, stop by and enjoy my streams. My content translates much better into live than it does in recording, and I actually think that's the best version of me that's out there. So I really would hope you guys would go and check that out. Not only that, but if you're going to be watching my Twitch, you might as well join my Discord. My Discord community is really active and really fucking dope. I love all the people in there, and if you're trying to watch me on Twitch, that is the best place to get notifications for. Not only that, but you can also look to follow me on Twitter, where I tweet out every single stream, and I also tweet a bunch of other dumb shit that I'm sure you guys would love to see. Anyway, back to the uploads. I'm going to be uploading hopefully 3 times a week, League, and then Valorant, and then League as a sandwich kind of schedule. The Valorant gameplay is going to be similar to the Misfits or something like that, like funny moments, because I'm not amazing at the game. Some of my friends are really good, but I'm not very good at Valorant. But we've had some moments, and I've just been excited to share my whole personality with you guys, so that'll be a great avenue for that. But as I said, there will still be 2 League videos, so if you're only here for Qiyana, you just want Qiyana gameplay, then you'll have Qiyana gameplay, but if you're looking into more personality-driven content, that'll be there for you as well. Now, actually, onto the game. As you can see here, I have not made a cut, and that is because my audio corrupted. So I'm gonna have to dub this one over. I've been fishing for content for a very long time, and this game was so perfect. And when the audio corrupted, it broke my fucking heart. But hey, we gotta make do with what we got. We're up against Renekton. Renekton's a very hard matchup. What you do versus Renekton is you just try to play around his weak early game and try to abuse that as much as possible. Also, I should mention, this is going to be completely uncut probably, so it'll be more like a podcast style video. So yeah, I'm just going to fucking sit here and talk like I'm streaming or something, like I'm streaming a VOD. So yeah, as you can see here, I'm just playing as far back as possible, just trying not to take damage. I talked about this in the actual video, but there's this concept that a lot of laners need to think about, and that's your health is a resource. And you're playing a resource management game in hard matchups, trying to balance your health with your CS. So if you see like 3 CS and you're going to lose 150 health, and you have to think about the fact that, like, is this 3 CS worth 150 of my health for the rest of the lane? And that's a really important concept to keep in mind. But pretty much against Renekton, you just want to end up, trying to play kind of as the bully once you hit level 3. Because Qiyana's matchup into Renekton is actually a little Qiyana favored up until level 6. You have this small window where you can actually make it look like Qiyana wins this matchup, which luckily I do in this game. Yeah, I should probably talk about more reasons why I've been gone now that I've gotten the formal part out of the way and I'm just fucking talking to you guys. I have this condition called being manic depressive, which means for weeks at a time I will go into just being really clinically depressed or really clinically excited and motivated, back and forth, and there's no control over that. But that has played like a large part, along with me getting kicked out with my lack of content. But I think I'm in a good place now, and I'm finally ready to, get back into it. And as you can see in the background here, we pick up the solo kill on Renekton because I took a really smart short trade in my wave, and he burned all of his abilities trying to trade back. So yeah, you want to use the ice into canopy combo a bunch in this matchup, because ice into canopy is really strong because he can't dash at you, and you can just walk with canopy and he cannot stun you. It's really good. I've been thinking, like, I need to name all of these combos. I can't just call it double earth, ice into canopy, double canopy, There needs to be some kind of fucking flashy name. So if you guys have any ideas for that, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'd love to read your guys' ideas, and maybe I'll start using them if I find some that I like. And of course, I will credit you, of course. So we take this TP looks kind of troll, but it's because I know I'm going to be back with a Dirk power spike, and I want to have control over the wave. I can't let him freeze that there if he wants to. So I just go for the TP. Luckily, my laners, like Zoe and my jungler, were also doing very well this game, so I was able to play up a lot because they had a lot of pressure, which helped me in this matchup quite a bit. So yeah, I'm just throwing out some range poke here while he's under tower, trying to set up for another kill. Once you have your Dirk up on Renekton, this matchup is actually free as fuck. I cite it as one of her hardest matchups top, and that's very true if the Renekton is good. But in a situation like this, where you get the Dirk first and you can just hard abuse him, you just get to play your own little game here. Now I'm looking for this dive with my ulti. Honestly, now that I'm looking at it back, I'm kind of a pussy and I should have just gone in earlier. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, just like dancing around. But eventually I do go for it, so... Spoilers, but yeah. I should just pull the trigger. Like, flash EQ W kills him here. I don't even need to use my ulti. But I'm just playing too far back. Then he lines up with the turret and I go for it. I just wasn't trying to int, I guess. Still a good play, nonetheless. Still a good play. He couldn't have flashed or anything out of that because of the CC combo, so that's pretty good. But yeah, Valorant is fucking fun, boys. You guys should look into Valorant. That game is good as hell. I've been playing a lot of Phoenix because Phoenix helps me get better at the game the best, I feel like. However, my favorite characters are Jet, Breach, and Cypher. I fucking love all of them. Game is so good. I'm not really too big into tag shooters, but it is a very good and fun game to play with my boys. I will be probably streaming some Valorant at some point, but my streams will be primarily Qiyana probably still, so again, you guys can look for that in the description. Also, I gave a plug to my friend Detention in the actual video, so I'm going to do that again. Detention is the best Zoe NA, and he's been doing really, really well on Twitch, but I think he needs to be doing better for how good his content is and how well he plays this game. He's so fucking good, and he's very, very fun to watch, so go ahead and check out Detention in the description as well if you're looking for Zoe gameplay. I know there's a lot of crossover between Zoe and Qiyana mains for some reason. It seems like every Zoe player plays Qiyana and vice versa, like Pekin, myself, Detention, like just literally everybody. So if you are also a Zoe player somehow, go check him out. So right here, I took a really smart back timer, which made the wave push towards me, which means I have like full agency over this guy. So I'm just gonna get to fucking shove it down his throat pretty much. I want to play back though and play this range, because if I all in him while he's 6 in full fury, he still kills me. So as you see here, I'm kind of playing as a range champion, just trying to harass him and bait out his abilities. So now I go back in, now that he's burned all of his fury. He's got literally nothing, and I go in for the solo kill again. Luckily, he doesn't expect the Q to kill him, and it gets the passive proc and execute damage and murders him. I don't know what's happening here with the Yi, but that's alright. That's alright. So we go for a recall. The wave is looking really nice as I was hovering with my mouse there. And this is going to be another free solo kill because I keep backing when the wave pushes towards me. Huge, important concept. You guys have to get that shit. Yeah. I'm excited to introduce you guys to my friends a lot. I've been saying this a lot on my channel, but it's very hard for me as a very big personality to do this very analytical content that doesn't let my personality shine through. When I've wanted the creative outlet my entire life to express myself and stuff like that, I haven't gotten to yet because of the type of content that I force myself into. So slowly diversifying with Valorant, I hope that helps a lot, and I hope checking out my stream and videos like this help a lot as well. I mean, everyone's dream job is being a YouTuber, right? But now that I've gotten somewhere with it, I really just want to spread out and fucking, you know, be me, dog. I just want to be myself and share that with you guys and hopefully make you guys laugh and have a better day. Because YouTube is what brought me through the lowest points of my life by far. You know, creators like the Yogs Cast, a lot of league creators like Mo, the entirety of offline TV in some way or another. Like, I love YouTube for how the effect that it has on the audience that a lot of people don't talk about enough. But like, man, YouTube can literally change lives. Like, it took me straight out of depression, just YouTube, just seeing these people, you know, playing games and having a great time with their friends showed me that there was something to live for. And I want to be able to give that to other people. That is my goal. That is my dream. I want to be able to say that I've saved a life from doing what I love. That's the dream. And I don't think I'll be able to save a life with Qiyana gameplay that's so cold, turkey, and analytical is what it normally is. So that's the reasoning for that. Yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying this. Honestly, if you haven't already, if you're enjoying the more podcasty side of this, fucking throw this shit into the background and start up a game of TFT or something like that, or Legends of Runeterra, and just fucking have a good time. I've actually been enjoying making this video a lot more than my normal one, so maybe if you guys enjoy this style, like this kind of solo podcasty style, not really talking too much about the game, but kind of commenting on it, leave a comment below. I hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, right now we're looking for back to the game anyway. We're looking for short trades here. Again, short trades are very good against Renekton and very, very potent as Qiyana. I've been taking Electrocute in top lane way more than any other runes, than the Conqueror or the Conqueror build, because Qiyana top just functions as a ranged champion, and she gets to abuse very, very heavily with short trades. Taking Conqueror kind of takes that strength away from her and forces her into being like a skirmishy engager, which is just not what she's meant to do. She can do it, but that's not what she's best at. So I figured playing into what she's best at is a lot better. Here I go for a dive with like the raw Q reset, which I thought was really fun. I could have played this a lot better. If I just walked up and eat him and then flashed after, I would have lived. But resetting your Q, even when it doesn't have an element, is huge. And I'm pointing at it here because I was talking about it. You get an extra 250 damage off of just pressing Q. Just waiting 0.5 seconds instead of WQing him there. Just wait 0.5 seconds to get the edge of each tall part of it off. Damn. You get the fucking cleanest outplays with that shit, and people never see it coming. It's so good. A lot of Qiyana's like skill and mastery comes from cooldown juggling. Like perfectly juggling your cooldowns in your stealth while they're stunned, while they're rooted, etc. And even in a situation like that where you need a little bit of extra damage. This play was sick. I like this play. But really pay attention to the way I juggle my cooldowns and when I'm going in and stuff like that, because a lot of Qiyana is about that. So right here, I know Xerath can't really run up to run away from me, so I go for the Syndra instead, right? Then I end up going for the Xerath because, you know, it was guaranteed. And then Syndra walks up and lets me just get a free kill on her as well, which is really, really nice. And I played around all of my cooldowns perfectly. You'll notice after every single one of my fights, all of my spells will be on cooldown. Because that's just huge. That's hugely important for Qiyana. Because she can reset her cooldowns, right? So you need to be efficient and optimal with every single second. That's how you maximize this champion. And that doesn't just apply to her stealth, though. If your enemy is stunned, like, you can go in when your W's on 2 seconds if you have a stun on someone. It's crazy. This champion's sick. I don't understand how people call her boring or easy. She's such a high skill cap and so interesting once you get into her. Which I'm glad I've helped a lot of people do that thing. Do that what I just said. English is hard, Elias. Yes. Alright, so my fucking team smurfs and I zoom in on him. I'm already 8-1 at this point, which means this game should be over in 20 minutes, but I kind of troll and this one goes for like 40. A little spoiler. But yeah. You know, whenever a Master Yi is in a D4 game, that shit is scary. Also, I actually haven't talked about the MMR. I showed my rooms earlier at like 9 minutes or so, if you want to go find that. But the MMR of this game is like D4 100 LP. I'm in promos during this game. So, it's like D4, D3 on NA, for any of you wondering. Malzahar was being very annoying. I started talking about the fact that I'm going to need to buy a QSS, and I forget about that later, and it gets me killed. So, that's a little goofy. I am excited to see where the future of my career goes. I love you guys for giving me a platform to do what I love. It's so dope. I cannot believe there's actually 26,000 people waiting for me to upload. That is insane to me. So thank you guys so much. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting for so long, but you know, after being kicked out of my house and told I can't do it my whole life, this kind of support just feels fucking amazing, and I love each and every one of you for it. You guys are fucking awesome, and I hope that you'll continue to support me as I go down this road in whatever avenue I go to, you know? Oh boy. So this is a perfect example of why Qiyana just fucks Master Yi. You EQ, you wait for him to meditate because he has to meditate your damage, and then you ult him out of meditate and he can't do anything. Alternatively, he'll alpha strike you early, in which case you just ult him anyway. It's so insane. Yi cannot do anything to this champ. Oh, this shit was so clutch, dude. Oh my god. My Morg is 1v9 for this one. Everything was frame perfect from her. So I go here, try to get the movement speed off, right? The moment he dashes to me, I get my E off, and the second I get hit by W, she black shields. MVP of life right there. She's so good. That was a hype-ass play. I fucking love this game. Dude, Valorant is good, but shit like that, this is what makes you love League. Alright, I'm gonna give a little bit of a hot take here. Ready? League of Legends is actually a good video game. Whoa, crazy, I know. Riot is good at making video games as a company. Crazy, again. But for real, it's true. Really, just think about it. It's true. League of Legends gets such a bad rap for its toxic community or the way the game handles balance, which is ass, and no one's gonna argue with me on that one. Balance team is fucking snorting coke. But at the same time, like, this game is good. It's held up for years and years. Its fundamentals, its champion design, its art, its music, it's so good. It's best of the best, and there's a reason why it's at the top and has been at the top. It's such a good game. I feel like people underappreciate how good of a game League is because they only see the negatives. This game is really, really good. And I fucking love it. It's just fun. It's held up really well. There's no other way I could see myself. Like, that's what Valorant made me realize more. Is it reignited my passion in League because of how unique and fun it is as a game. Not to say Valorant's bad. I fucking love League. So here I go, fucking chasing after this guy, but I don't have QSS, so I don't commit to it. And I just look for, like, the free kills bot lane. At this point in this game, in the game as a top laner, split pushing is actually better than playing like this, but content is fucking broken. So I was playing for content here. And luckily I get my content, but there's a lot of times when plays like that just lead in complete int, and you just fucking die for free because you're trying to get content when you should be splitting. But yeah. Qiyana, at the end of the day, though, still is a... Oh, here's where I didn't have QSS and I died. And then I buy it right after. Qiyana, at the end of the day, is a team fighter. So it takes a lot of split session... excuse me, can't speak English. It takes a lot of split-second decision-making to play the character properly from the top lane compared to mid. Mid lane, you can kind of just brain-dead spam push waves over and over again into the tower. Just constantly pushing. And just roaming over and over again. But in this role up in top lane, you don't really have that power because your top laner will get so fucking strong if you just keep roaming, and they'll just 1v9 the game based on the nature of the champions. So you have to really pick and choose with your TPs and your ultimates when you're coming to other people's plays and when it's worth it. And lucky, like, if Renekton got the tower up there and Morgana didn't stop him, that was not worth it for me to kill that Xerath bot lane at all. I should have just stayed top and looked for inner pressure and then came with my TP to Drake. Oh. I walked right into that Syndra stun. My ult's up in 10. This play would have been so fat if my ult was up, but I just had to play it a little defensively because it wasn't. Didn't go too bad though. Didn't go too bad at all. Man, I love this champ. Qiyana reignited my love for League of Legends by a lot, and I hope she does the same for you guys. And I'm glad I'm able to help. Discord notification. A little loud. So we're gonna go ahead and push down mid tower here. Morgana keeps smurfing. She just keep be smurfing over and over again. I didn't QSS because I didn't need to there. I was dedicated to killing this Renekton too. He dies too. So I did. I killed him, but I did not live. Syndra's a little weird stand aside, like Scatter the Weak, whatever the fuck it's called. Like hitbox, the first part of it pushed me in such a way that, like, it stunned me a little bit and made me stay in tower range. It's a little bizarre. It's a little weird. That's alright though. We just start pushing down the mid tower here. You know, Morg still be smurf. Morg is still smurf. This Morg is a god. I loved playing with this Morg. She was sick. Morg jungle is such a fun pick, actually. I love having that on my team. Look into Morg jungle if you're a jungle main. It's a really, really strong AP jungler that's really underloved right now. Very underutilized. She's very good. So I end up trying to make a TP play on Master Yi here, and this is the play that kind of throws the game and makes it to where it lasts for 40 minutes. I made the game last 40 minutes off of one play right here. Here it is. I just don't use my abilities and I fucking die. But this play let them spiral off really hard. He collected a fatty amount of gold from that and then just fucking started smacking dick over and over again. I was a little scared. But we ended up clutching it out. Spoiler again, but we win this game, just saying. Most of you would be saying thank God when you have 18 kills, but you guys have probably noticed I'm not a perfect player. I'm not Challenger. My biggest weaknesses are probably missing free CS and throwing leads. Those are the two things I do the worst. Once I get those down, I'll be bulling, but yeah. miss a lot of CS and I throw a lot of leads. So don't do that, maybe. Learn from example. That shit sucks. Throwing leads is like the worst way. It's like the worst fucking like boon or bane to have. Like worst fucking what's the word for it? Am I dying? Where's my brain going? I don't know, man. Weakness. Flaw. Something like that. It's like one of the worst flaws to have. It's so bad because every loss feels like shit because you know you could have done better, and your team feels like shit because like, goddamn, I put all my resources into this guy and he was popping off, and now he just fucking into the game for us. It's a lot of pressure, but you know, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I've actually taken a long break off of ranked in order to focus on Valorant and my schoolwork as well, which is funny because my schoolwork is definitely not doing well. But yeah, I'm getting okay at Valorant, so hopefully you guys, when you watch those videos, your eyes won't bleed, but at least you'll get a good laugh out of it. Then again, who cares about the gameplay videos like those? I know I'll get a couple salty comments. It's like, dude, this guy's so fucking bad. That's alright. I'm a League player. Shit happens. Other news, I'm really excited for the League fighting game because Riot has shown back-to-back with TFT, League, and fucking Valorant now, and Legends of Runeterra, that they do everything the best, right? Like, they do the virtual card game the best. They do the auto chess the best. They did the shooter the best, in my opinion, obviously. But that means the fighting game is gonna fucking bang, and I cannot wait, because I love fighting games, dude. As you can see, squiggly is my profile picture. Like, fighting games are huge for me. I haven't played one consistently in a long time, but, you know, they're so fun. So hopefully I will, get high on the ladder on that one, and there'll be some fighting game content coming out soon. I promise you I'm making videos about that game. Promise. No matter how good I am at it or how good the game is, I will make videos about it. That shit's so hype for me. So intense. Like, the amount of anticipation I have is insane. Anyways, in this game now, you see the Renekton there is 1 in 10. This is when they're typing fucking top gap and fucking crying. But honestly, my entire team was winning. I started to be one of the largest contributing factors to us throwing later on, just by getting caught too much and using my abilities wrong. That shit happens, though. I ended up picking Hex Shrinker here, because this is actually huge. So their team, right? Renekton and Master Yi are both mainly auto-attack based when it comes to their damage. So buying MR is way better than armor, because I have Canopy, right? The only thing that's going to hit me in Canopy are their spells, which on their team, all of their AoE spells are pretty much magic outside of Renekton's Qiyana, right? So it's a lot better for me to buy MR over GA here, like MA over GA, because I can just sit in Canopy for the auto attack, so, you know, what's the point? It makes MR just a lot more valuable. You have to think about that kind of thing when you play Qiyana. Because typically this would be a GA game. There are some champions who deal a lot of AoE physical damage, though. Like Talon is the first one that comes to mind. Or, I'm gonna say Fiora because she presses Q in your Canopy and you just fucking pokes you through stealth and doesn't give a damn. Those champions still buy armor, but against Renekton and Master Yi, you don't really need armor at all if you're ahead. So, you can just get MR for the rest of the team and call it good. This Pokemon Lo-Fi mix is held up so well. I've used it in like every video. I hope you guys aren't sick of it. It's really good. Ooh. Pretty sure I catch this there fucking slipping. Yeah, that's what I thought. And then my Hex Shrinker buy saved my life here. Thank God. That's why you buy Hex Shrinker, boys. I spend like 15 minutes dicking around trying to figure out whether or not I want to kill the Syndra here. And even if I can outplay it, right, it's not worth the risk, because I had guaranteed plays on mid lane, and the Syndra's like 2 and 7. So like the risk of her getting my shutdown against me getting a kill on someone who's 2 and 7 was just not worth it. And I should have just backed sooner and went to the mid play, to be completely honest. That was just a bad play by me. But that's alright. People fuck up, you know. So coming around, both objectives are kind of taking a little bit before they're spawning. So mainly I'm just looking for picks on Master Yi here, or just trying to force a team fight while I'm still stronger than them. Because Qiyana does end up falling off, especially in comparison to their team. So here I go fucking face checking for free and then getting absolutely ass blasted with a pick. They just had too much CC for me there. I had no reason to be face checking that when my team was topside. It was another big throw by me. Luckily, my team kind of cleans it up, though. Which isn't the worst possible case scenario, but this entire play just should not have happened, right? And it was my fault. It was my fault. Because as you see here, Master Yi gets his TP off and kind of takes us to fucking... he takes us to Nam or whatever the fuck server Cowsep has been playing on. I'll say that much. And that is unfortunate. It's a bit of a fucking fiesta, no? Look at this. N8 D4 is such a massive clan fiesta. Look at how far this guy chases this bitch. He's running at her, dude. That was a pretty good sidestep. Can't cap, can't cap. Yeah, he gives me a free cleanup here because I just have TP for the flank. So, end up getting the shutdown on Master Yi. This little flank here. Right here, Yi could have outplayed me if I was any other champ, but he just can't Alpha Strike while I'm stealth. So I kind of just cheesed it out and WQ'd him at the end of my canopy duration. That's really big. That's like a prime definition of why Master Yi gets shit on by this champion. It's really funny. Now we are just clearing out bot lane. I think splitting bot here is probably a really good play. Trying to get money from my Maw and such. But it looks like I'm just going to immediately go fucking silly and try to kill people. I'm playing for content, what can I say? The right play here is to keep pushing bot lane up until I hit their mid inner while my laners push mid. That is the correct play. But, you know, I'm trying to force, so we go. I see the Xerath ulting, so I'm pretty sure I flash over the wall and he's just not here. Yeah. It's a little awkward. I end up getting a kill out of it though, so it's not that bad. But it was a really goofy, forced content play. You can very easily tell. Luckily I get out with the help of a Taric ultimate. Narrowly misses Zoe. We just barely lived this play. I feel like we deserve to get punished a lot harder for that, because that was just silly. If I was just splitting bot lane like a good boy, then that would have been a lot better for us. But, you know, shit happens. I look to like try to outplay the Master Yi here, then I decide, yeah, never mind, he fucking right-clicked me twice. There's no point in even trying to canopy outplay him, I'm out. Which is good. He has DD though, and this pushes me into this weird scenario where I forgot that I forgot that Dom, like Lord Dom's Regard, was a fucking an alternate pathway to an Executioner's item. So I sold my QSS for Executioners thinking that I needed it for some reason, and I was gonna have to lose QSS. But I sat here trying to rationalize it the whole time when Dom's is a QSS item, and I figure out later that I can just sell that shit. But yeah. So don't be retarded. And that's tip number, what, 15? Just don't be a retard like me. Focusing on commentating the game and playing it at the same time while making all of your thoughts make sense is very fucking hard. It's a lot harder than you'd think, actually. Like, talking and playing at the same time is insane. And I didn't realize how hard it was till I started doing it. All the streamers say it's hard, but I promise you it actually is. It's always something that I thought, like, how? How can it be hard? You just play fucking video games. But yeah, shit's not easy to make your brain work. I ended up, I got the E ult bug right there. So Qiyana, despite being very, very simple, is a bugged as fuck champion. I could go on for days about how many bugs she has, but one of her bugs is that, or one of her mechanics is that her EQ auto-targets, right? So if you EQ and someone flash, it counts as a target ability and it goes to them, etc., etc. EQ auto-targets. Sometimes, on certain frames of your E, if you E ult, it also does the auto-targeting when it is not designed to at all. And that's what happened to me right there. A couple other bugs would be the red buff Raptor Bush eating your ultimate and making it not work. People can flash while they're stunned during your ultimate. Sometimes your Q just goes through people. You know, champ just doesn't work is what I'm trying to say. When I hope they fix her. Hashtag fix Qiyana. Post in the comments, post it on Twitter. Please. The champion is so simple. How did Riot fuck it up that bad? How is it that bugged? Hashtag fix Qiyana. So go ahead and try to match the bot lane push right here. I think matching bot lane is smart for me because I have Mobies and Yumus, which means that's practically a teleport with Qiyana's out of combat movement speed with W max. So I can just push that out and Yumus my ass all the way up to, or like out of combat movement speed my ass all the way up to Baron by the time any fight breaks out. She's just a very fast champion with W max. Very, very fast. One of the reasons why I prefer it over Emax. The main reason I prefer it over Emax, though, is the Ravenous Hunter healing. That shit is huge. Movement speed's an added bonus though, or added bonus though. So I go ahead and back for the Master Yi while my team finishes off Baron here. Because someone's got to do with the E. I didn't want him to get inhib. I was okay with him taking inhib tower, but him getting inhib here would be really fucking bad for us. So I just try to zone him off and stall him out. He kind of trolls this. Really hard. And then he fucking pulls a fast one on us though and dips the hell out of there. Luckily, Qiyana is one of the most mobile champions in the game, so even with my teammates trolling the blast cone and flashing onto it, we're able to pick up a nice clean little kill. I'm pretty sure. No, we're not. Because I don't have QSS, because I sold it for executioners, so I was scared of Malzahar. Fuck. Right here I got silence, and I was just still spam clicking the wall, so I ulted anyways and just didn't do anything. Kind of unfortunate. That's alright. Just gonna go ahead and siege down mid lane here. That is the best play for us, by far. They are missing a member of their team, and all of their wave clear is magic damage, so having the Baron heavily helps our siege here. Because if you guys did not know, Baron buff reduces specifically magic damage against the wave. Unfortunately though, Lucian gets one button outplayed, and then our team just kind of falls down around me after that. Lucian just slightly mispositioned, and when you slightly misposition versus a Malzahar, you die for it. So that'll happen. A bit unfortunate that happened right when we got our Baron, but overall not very bad. Not very bad at all. It's not a game-ending mistake, you know. But here I go, starting to do my bullshit. I'm just trying to stall them off at this point. I can't really like hard commit to going in because I don't have ulti and they can just one-shot me. And the fucked up part is that Malzahar has his ult back up by now. And I know that when I'm going into this. It's crazy that Malz can just press R that many times with that insane of an ability. But yeah, I get Malz ulted and then just die. So we buy QSS again because we learn. We learn from our mistakes. Pay your taxes. Pay your Malz tax. Please. Everyone fucking flashes away. Oh, look at that. He goes in for the int. This Yi loves going in for the int. He loves it. He gets shut. Like, if Yi played this any better, if this was like an actual challenger Yi player, or like a good Yi player in general, then we'd lose this game here. If this Yi is just focused and plays well. Because I gave him a lead that he did not deserve, and he could have ended off of it, but he just did not. Zoe tried to fake back the Syndra stun there when she had Black Shield, and that made her miss out on this bubble play here. And does the classic of queuing the jungle camp on accident. It be like that. It be like that. Just gonna go ahead and clear out waves now. I'm pretty much on wave clear duty. I have TP, so I should be in the base, right? Clearing out the waves before the big plays. But I get the wave cleared out enough for me to go scout for vision and picks. Right now, at this stage of the game, Yi is dead. I'm just playing for picks. Their whole team is immobile and easy to pick off, and Qiyana is really good at making picks in situations that most other champs couldn't with her stealth and ult for CC. So like, I'm just trying to hard force a pick right here. I saw Malz walking topside. I'm not really afraid of the rest of their team right now, so I'm just like trying to do my best to get some kind of play rolling. But I decided going that far into the jungle would be way too overforced, so we just stopped. I go for a little vision though and see that I was correct in thinking that it was going to be overforced. Could have R-flashed here, but you know, I decided against my better judgment and maybe play for less content, play for less throwing. How about? So now I go ahead and go for the dragon. Dragon ends up being very free because we just zoned them off really hard and got the chunk out. But our base is really, really weak right now, and Malz is split pushing top, which is very scary. I'm still looking for a pick though, and Xerath shows right there on the map, as you can see, walking past his wolves. And my Drakthar tells me that they had no vision here, so I go in and get a free, easy pick. Paying attention to your map is really important as an assassin, and paying attention to the vision you have on your way there. Because if they had vision on me on the way there, I would not have committed my flash to it, because Syndra would have had time to rotate and stun me off of him. So, paying attention to the fact that my Drakthar did not, show that I was seen at any point was very big. I also look for a pick on her, but end up just kind of just trying to get the fuck out which I fake him out with my canopy real nice, and we end up doing just that. And we go for a low kill on Yi too. Look at that. This is a very good play by me to bait out and know that my canopy is going to be good enough to save me there. So they overforced on a champion that has a nearly perma stealth is what happened. That's a better way of putting it. That sounds less egotistical. Qiyana is insane with her stealth. No other champion in the game has access to a lot of the plays that she can make, which is what makes her so fun and unique to me. Like, a lot of the plays that she can make is just like shit that seems so outlandish and just not even fair, like against the rules. She can just do whatever she wants, and I love that in a character. I love when a character doesn't have too many glaring weaknesses to where you can't play them the way you want to. Qiyana is well-rounded and strong enough for you to play her however you want, and it just works, and I love that. I love that about her. Is that another way to say that she's broken? Maybe, but that's not for me to say. I don't think Qiyana's broken, speaking on the power of her. I think Qiyana is really strong. I think she's in the top half, and maybe even the top half of the best characters in the game. However, I would not call her broken, because her weaknesses are very easy to abuse, and it kind of feels like an enemy skill check rather than how good the Qiyana is when they fight her most of the time. She has a very abusable laning phase, and if you play around the jungler properly with her, she's just not even a champ. So she's very good, though. I'm not gonna cap. Can't cap. This is broken, what I did to this guy. Like, he just didn't get to play. There's not a single bit of outplay he had there. I'm not a liar. That play ended up really, really well for us, and I'm pretty sure we end the game off of this. So yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this style of video. It was a lot of fun to record, actually. I really enjoyed it. I can't believe it's already been fucking 36 minutes. That's insane. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, share it with all your friends. Swing by the stream, twitch.tv/QiyanaNA. Discord link will be in the description, along with the Twitter as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm super glad to be back. I fucking love you guys. I love the support, and I will catch you next time. Peace.
'Cause you're so lovely, I can't help but fall